So they did everything they could to change the culture, to outlaw the culture up in the Highlands and in Ireland. And they did various things, they outlawed various things like carrying weapons and so on, but one of the things they outlawed was wearing a kilt. If you were caught wearing a kilt once, they threw you in prison for 7 months. And if they caught you again, they said, well, you're an obvious troublemaker. And they put you on a ship and they sent you away to a really wild and dangerous place called America. That didn't work out really well for them in the long run, but after about 35 years, they made it legal to wear the kilt again. So it's perfectly legal now. None of us are going to get in any trouble. But by that time, the law had really done its work. And if you go to Scotland now, you won't see men everywhere in kilts. And you could easily spend a couple of weeks in Scotland and never see a man in a kilt, unless you maybe went to a wedding or something else where people get dressed up, because where we will often where we might wear a tuxedo or something, they will often wear a kilt as sort of a fancy dress. And also if you see pipers and drummers, because it's traditional, just like we're doing today, to wear the kilt when you play bagpipes and drums. And that means these days, actually, you'll see a lot of women wearing kilts, because there are a lot of women who are very good pipers and drummers. There's a pipe band up in Pasadena, the Pasadena Scottish Pipe Band, and the pipe major of that band is a woman, and she's a very good player. So there are a lot of women who are good pipers and drummers. But 250 years ago and more, when the men were wearing the kilt every day, women wouldn't have worn anything this short. They would have thought that was terribly rude to show this much leg. So they wore long dresses and a sort of a plaid, small plaid blanket that went over the top.